Cormac, to get started, can you give us a quick refresher on Diamond Standard?
Yeah, so Diamond Standard is very interesting, and I think of it as the pioneer of real world assets. And it's very real world. These are Diamond Standard bars, and they're physical, and the diamonds are inside. And we also have coins. The market price of this today is, I think, $4,300. The breakthrough is that these commodities are equivalent, meaning that they have the same value because the diamonds inside are optimized. These commodities have come a very long way. They're now approved to settle CFTC regulated futures and options. We just listed our first fund on an SEC approved exchange called Oasis Pro. But the biggest news, I think, is that we've launched a commodity currency called Carats. And the Carats are actually issued by this physical coin.
That makes perfect sense. Now, you mentioned you issued that fungible token, Carat. Can you tell us, generally what it is and why you created it?
So Carats are completely unique in the world of digital assets because they are a fraction of a physical commodity. But because of the way they're created, meaning that they're actually issued by the wireless chip inside this coin, Carats end up being exempt from securities regulations, but also virtual currency regulations. And it's not that we're trying to avoid regulation. We have a regulatory license. All of our, we have enforced KYC and anti-money laundering. But in the US, if you're a platform like X, formerly known as Twitter, and you want to offer a payment solution for peer-to-peer payments between your users, X actually will need a money transmitter license in 48 individual states, plus in Europe and UK and Singapore, et cetera, et cetera. Because if you use a virtual currency like ETH or USDC or Tether or Bitcoin, those are all virtual currencies, meaning you have to use a money transmitter license. Carats are legally distinct. They're a title to a commodity that's not issued by a sponsor, but the title is actually issued by the commodity. It only works because of the physical nature. And that makes Carats exempt, and that allows a platform like X or a game like Fortnite or a money remittance company in the Philippines or Thailand or Mexico. They can use Carats for payments without all of those repetitive money transmitter licenses.
That's really interesting. I had no idea that was the case. Now, I was looking at the prices. Is it, 5,000 carats to one of the coins? Is that the right ratio?
That's right. And 50,000 carats to a bar. They're issued by the bar. So if you own this bar, it has to be sitting at the custodian, which is Brinks. You can actually push a button and you issue the carats. They get delivered to you. And then you can sell 1 or 10 or all 50,000 of your carats, and you no longer own that commodity. You own the currency. And it works in the reverse. Anybody who owns 5,000 carats, and right now they're traded on the BitTrue exchange. They're on the Saucer Swap DEX also. But anyone who acquires 5,000 carats can return them to the smart contract, and they now own a specific Diamond Standard coin, and they can even take delivery. So it's a real world asset that becomes a commodity currency. It's a huge breakthrough.
Okay, and it would have to be a specific coin, or does it matter? Are the coins fungible?
The coins are fungible, but in the world of securities laws, you don't want a commodity pool because shares of a pool are securities. But in the case of Carats, the Carats are always issued from a specific coin, might be the coin you own. Then they become fungible in a pool. But then when you return them, they become specific again. And that's why they never become a security.
All right, I understand. So you mentioned some interesting things. I know in the past you talked a little bit around casinos. You were talking about gaming here a couple minutes ago. How do you see these Carats being used?
So there's a huge number of use cases, and gaming and casinos and remittances are all big ones. But by far, we have a pilot now that we're starting with a giant social network that it wants to use that exact use case of enabling payments between their users globally. But there's also one other huge application, which is as a substitute for stablecoins. Around the world, in Canada, UK, Europe, South Korea, Singapore, Hong Kong, and India, stablecoins are quickly becoming regulated as securities. Or in the case of Japan and South Korea, they've determined that only a bank can issue that security, that stablecoin. And if you think about it, a stablecoin like Tether is a share of a money market fund, and the bank is holding your assets. So it does make sense. But here's the challenge. If Tether is a security, then any exchange that allows trading in Tether, very often it's dollars per Bitcoin or dollars per HBAR, that exchange will need to register as a securities exchange. And you've been hearing about several exchanges in Europe, starting first, have dropped Tether because they don't want to register as a securities exchange. So what currency can an exchange use as an alternative to stablecoins and therefore to not require them to register as a securities exchange? We think Carats are the ideal solution. The volatility of diamonds is about 3% annually. So they're extremely stable and they're hedged against inflation. Diamonds have gone up over the last 20 years at about the rate of inflation. And so they're a superior alternative to stablecoins that hold their value, are hedged against inflation, and they're not a security.
So there's clearly a lot of benefits here. How can both the Hedera retail community and businesses that would like to leverage what you're building, how can they get involved?
Well, so you can learn more at our website, diamondstandard.co/carats. You can download the white paper from there to understand the technical functionality of it. We're now working with partners where we're offering an API where they can create and redeem carats for USDC or other currencies. But they can quickly create a lot of carats for their gaming platform or for their casino or for their social network and return them. By the way, those carats, the way we create them, because we don't own the coins and bars, is we lease the commodities from users and we pay for interest. We collect a 3.5% fee when we create a bar and we pay that interest to the commodity owners. That way, if we need $25 million worth of carats, we just lease $25 million worth of commodities, pay all those owners 1 month of interest, and then we build new commodities to backstop that. Anyway, to learn more, visit the website. If you're a developer, you're welcome to email hello@diamondstandard.co, and we share all kinds of information.
Sounds good. What you're doing, Cormac, is really innovative. We appreciate you coming by and giving us an update.
My pleasure. Thank you, Raymond.
I'm now posting these interviews of Hedera builders independently to my channel. The community, influencers, and media outlets are free to use this content to spread the word on what's being built on Hedera. Once they're all uploaded, you'll be able to go to my channel and search for whatever topic or team you're interested in to find more information. Or you'll be able to get the most recent Hedera news by watching the latest HBAR Weekly update. So check them out.